Hey guys, this is Daniel from DLT Reviews, and today we're going to take a look at Android M Developer Preview. So Google I/O, which is basically Google's developer conference, just happened in the last 2 days, and basically they were talking about a bunch of whole stuff, not just on one category like years past. But this year, for the Android side of things, we get a more refined Android than a redesigned one like from last year. And we got Android M Developer Preview onto our Nexus 5 here in the DLT Labs. So let's take a quick look on some of the new features. So if you're wondering, what the heck, Google, why are you naming your next operating system Android M? It actually won't be called M. The M stands for something else that will be used, particularly a dessert, because Google has used that in years past with their operating systems. For example, Jelly Bean, Ice Cream Sandwich, Kit Kat, and Lollipop. So in previous Android versions, there would always be a nice little Easter egg for you. If you kept tapping the Android version number, a nice little Easter egg would pop up. But this year, if you keep doing that and you keep tapping on the M, it will actually go. So yeah. So let's get started with the design changes in Android M to Android Lollipop. And you don't really see that many, but first, when you boot up the device on the lock screen, you'll see a couple changes, like the clock widget is now in a different font along with the date as well. And on the bottom left corner now, instead of a dialer shortcut, it is now the Google Now shortcut. So you could probably do more things than you could with the dialer. And if you do want to call someone, you could just say, call this person. So I think that is pretty nice. And also over on the home screen, you don't really see that many changes except the app drawer, which is now redesigned. And once it pops out, instead of having that nice horizontal scrolling look from years past, we now have a vertical scroll which shows you the apps by the alphabet and also your 4 recent apps all the way on top. And also there is a search bar. I personally don't really like this, but some other people might. But keep in mind, this is still a developer preview, so there is a slight chance that Google may bring back the previous version of the app drawer, but they could also put in the settings a choice of you to have vertical or horizontal. So I think that would be the best way, so people have choices. Next off, Google is trying to improve the battery life of your devices with Doze technology, which basically takes all your sensors like the gyroscope and the ambient light sensor and just sees if you're actually using the phone or if it's in idle state. And if it is in an idle state, then it will turn off your app refreshes and everything in the background to give you better standby time. So that is a very nice feature, because ever since the Lollipop update, our Android phones have gone a little bad on the battery life side. So something that was really terrible and I hated in Android Lollipop was the volume controls. It was just downright bad. Other OEMs already saw this and they changed it way before Google, or they didn't even change it because it was original like that. But the volume controls before, if you were on your home screen or another app and you tried to lower your media volume, it wouldn't let you do that. It would just turn you to priority mode or something like that. But now you can go all the way down and silence your phone, or you could turn on do not disturb mode if you hit the volume down button once again. And there's a little toggle on the side there which will bring down more options for volume control. For example, your ringtone, the media, and alarms. So thank you, Google, for bringing this back. This is awesome. The next thing Google did was include a new API for fingerprint support. So before, you saw some OEMs, including Samsung, which included fingerprint sensors on their phones, and now Google has released an open API which basically is telling OEMs, hey, put a fingerprint sensor on your phone. And basically now you could use the fingerprint for more apps and you could also use it for Android Pay, their new system for paying with your phone. So some more design tweaks are that now you could change the theme for your settings menu, because I didn't really find this anywhere else to be applied to. So if you go into your developer mode, you could actually select a theme from light to dark or automatic, which basically means when you're in a dark room, it'll change the theme to dark, but if you're in a light room, it'll change it to light. But this does have a slight delay, because when I was out and about in the night using my phone, it was still the light mode, and when I walked back in home, it changed to dark. So this is a developer preview, which means it's a beta software, so it would be probably improved in the future, but for now, it's probably not the best thing to do that if you want it to be very accurate. Also, in the notification bar, we now have a new toggle, which is the do not disturb toggle, so you can toggle that on and off from the notification bar, which is pretty nice as well. Also, we have a new feature in the hotspot section. If you do that kind of stuff, you could change it from 2.5 gigahertz to 5.0 gigahertz, which is really nice. So Google Now, possibly one of the best voice assistants out there, has a new feature up its sleeve on Android M, which is called Google Now on Tap, or Google on Tap, which basically means if you're scrolling on the internet or Facebook or your text messages and you hold down on the home button, it'll actually bring up Google Now and stuff that's relevant. So if you're on Facebook and there's a star that's there and you're like, who the heck is this? You can hold down on the home button and then it will show you on Wikipedia or something on Google search about who that person is, and you're like, oh, that's nice. But unfortunately, on this release of Android M developer preview, we do not have that option, as it says Google Now on Tap is not available at this release. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a while, but when it does come out, we'll be sure to notify you. So that's about it for this video, guys. Please hit that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos on Android M, because we will be posting more videos on the new features and what happened at Google I/O. Also, more LG G4 videos coming out pretty soon. And also, please visit dltreviews.com for the latest and greatest on tech news. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.